So some mobility drills specific for Jiu Jitsu for the dojo. Biggest thing I think about for Jiu Jitsu is shoulder flexibility and hip flexibility, your hip flexors too. And then taking care of your spine, your back. So for your hips first, all I'm gonna do is squat straight down. My feet are apart, and I'm going here. I can bring my elbows onto the inside of my thigh here and just flare my thighs out. I can actually push my hands together and do that as well. From here, I'm kind of just sitting and rocking back and forth and applying a little pressure. Level 2 of that, I can start putting one hand onto the mat. There's tension here, and my other hand's just gonna push this leg open. See how that kind of just flares out my thigh a little bit and just opens up this position here. One side to the other. I can also reach up behind me and do the same thing. You're gonna feel a little bit in your lower back as well in this position here. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just going to get into like a frog position here and just sit forward and back. That's gonna help open up your hip flexors as well. I'm also rocking back and forth to do that. From there, I like to open up my legs and go this way. That way I'm actually working on the hamstring area. So I'm actually turning my torso facing onto my feet here and also letting my foot go down. So I'm getting kind of essentially like flossing that position, right? So to the other side, going here. Now from here, you can sit straight down. You can grab your foot and your knee here and start doing this and rocking and moving that around as well. So you could even hug here and bring your legs to your chest. You could even bring your leg and cross in front of your thigh and hug through this gap and hug your thigh to your chest as well. You're gonna feel that a lot on this muscle here. Any variations of those. One side, other side, here, here, pulling this way. Now from here, to assist with that, I'm gonna get my body into like a letter S. I'm gonna put my chest down to my thigh here and kind of rock this way as well. That's gonna help open up that position. Do it on the other side. This becomes a little flow drill here, one side to the other like that. Now for your back, from here, I kind of like messing with my shoulders here, try and touch my shoulders to the mat. You turn your hand, palm down, palm up, palm down, palm up, palm down, palm up. This really just helps loosen up your shoulders here and make your spine a little more flexible. From here, you guys can go into like a cat-cow position. So I'm kind of doing like a cobra stretch, kind of loosening up my lower back, kind of doing the thing that Jason likes to do here, lowering my hips down, no tension coming up. Bring your hips down. From here, you can also do your cat position. So I'm going cat and cow. So I'm actually pulling into the mat when I pull my hips down like that. And I'm pushing up into the mat to round out my spine here. Do a few of those. That's gonna go right into this motion here. So you work on the twisting of your spine, one side to the other. Now you can do some like assisted stuff as well. So let me grab the belt. So with your belt, you can do some assisted stretches as well. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have it about a little more than shoulder width apart, but not super crazy. I'm gonna bring it over my head and just try to put my shoulders blades back and try to put the belt behind my headline here. So from the front, it's going here to here. And I'm just doing that, and you can also go side to side, stretch out your shoulders, open that up. Now I'm gonna bring my grip out a little further, and that's gonna allow me to open up my chest, bring my hand all the way back. So from the side here, I'm doing this. That's gonna allow me to also go side to side here as well. Now, as you get more comfortable with this position here, you could start having a neutral spine as you bend over and just go side to side this way. It's gonna help loosen everything up. And then you start doing circles too. I'm keeping the same distance with my arm, and I'm just going around and around and around. Now another thing you can do from here to help your Americana flexibility, I'm just gonna put it around my back here. Now I'm gonna use this grip on my shoulders to start pulling up on this hand a little bit. So it helps like stretch out the shoulder here a little more. So I'm flaring my elbow forward and back. You're gonna feel it along this line here. So I'm pulling up, flare my elbow forward and back there. I do it on the other side, so I can grab onto the belt here. Grip that, pull up, flare shoulder side to side, and just let that kind of hang and floss your shoulders a little bit there. Now with the belt, I can also work on my spider guard, and these same drills I can do with the gi, which I'm gonna do next. But you're holding this here, and you can work this drill like that. You can also extend one leg and pull that to you. You can also extend one leg and start walking your other leg in a circle. Use it to the other side too. And then you can also work your lasso, right? So I can pull that, lasso in, go back, extend, create space, lasso in, back, extend, and then we have our typical spider guard motion here. In that same token, we can also do our egg beaters, right? And this is going to help open up our feet. We're going to circle one way, and we're going to circle the other way. From here, we can actually do a lot of different hip mobility drills. I can do my shrimps in place, so I'm going to shrimp one side, pull myself back, shrimp the other side, pull myself back. I can also do reverse shrimps, so I extend my leg, shrimp to one side, extend my leg, shrimp to one side. So I'm lifting my hip up. That allows me to turn all the way. I lift my hip up. That allows me to turn all the way. With the gi, we can do the exact same drills that we did with the belt. Now it just feels a little more real. I'm getting my suitcase grip here, and I'm having my foot on the bicep. Now I can extend the gi out this way and this way like that. So I can imagine I'm working on sweeps, stuff like that. I can still go to my lasso and everything from here. I can even start pulling this one in. And imagine going for omoplatas. I could grab onto the lapel here, go back. I could work my grip switching, pull back, stuff like that. As you get more attuned to this, you can start doing your rolls, right? So I can work on rocking forward and back. I can work on my scissor sweep motion, side to side. So I'm kind of rocking on the top of my shoulders here. And I also can do like a backwards roll, right? All the way over my shoulder, all the way back on one side, all the way over my shoulders, all the way back, and even all the way coming on top of the mount. Now if you have a broomstick, you could actually work your Americana and shoulder flexibility from here as well. So I imagine like the nunchuck thing, where you're passing behind your back here. Now just hold on to this and flare this elbow out. Now you're gonna lift up on this one. You're essentially Americana-ing yourself, but with control, right? So you can start working on your shoulder flexibility that way, one side, and then the other. And then you can also go for your kimura, right? So if I grip it here, like this, reverse grip, and I could grab over the top like that, flaring my shoulder out, I'm actually pulling that Americana position from my shoulder. Reverse grip, put the bar here, grab over the top, and start pulling your shoulder back a little. Cool, and there you go.